Hi, I'm Dr. Wayne Pitcher, and I'll be your instructor for Chem 12B Organic Chemistry 2, this spring 2024. So this is just a short video to sort of introduce the class a little bit. I'll talk a little bit more, or maybe a lot more, in detail about the class when we meet in person next week. Yeah, I guess I'm recording this on a Friday, so it will be next week. At any rate, again, I'm Dr. Wayne Pitcher, but you can call me Dr. P. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in person in a few days. What I thought I would do with this particular video is just show you guys the Canvas site, because that's where you're going to find the lecture videos posted. You'll also be turning in lab reports on Canvas. I'll post lecture notes from the in-class lecture meetings. That's basically, I'm going to take pictures of whatever I write on the board, and then I'll turn those into PDFs and I'll post those. And basically, any information regarding the course is going to be on the course Canvas site. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at that? Let me share my screen here. And hold on one sec. I need to get in the right window before I share my screen. Okay. And now let me share my screen. Okay. Share. There we go. All right. So when you first get to the Canvas site, you'll be on the modules page. So it should look something like this. So over on the left here are some navigation tabs for links for different things. We've got announcements, modules, assignments, grades. Those are the most important ones. Discussions I don't really use. People, if you needed to find a classmate's email or something, there's a link for Chabot tutoring. And then there's also a link for outcomes. I'll talk more about what outcomes are later, probably when I go over the syllabus, which will be a different video. All right, so we can just go ahead and do some navigating here. I've broken down things into modules. So we've got an intro module, a module for lab stuff, and then modules for each chapter, module for the presentation project, and module for the final exam. A great place to actually start if you want to is the home page here, where it says go here first. And I will have, this is where there will be a link to this video, in addition to the link that I'm going to be emailing you guys. Or I guess while you're watching this, it's the link that I have emailed you guys. Anyway, the syllabus, the lab and lecture schedule, best ways to contact me. Other links, if you're interested in buying the molecular model kit, I have a link to that on Amazon. The course text, and then links to content modules. So let's say that you wanted to go to chapter 14, click on that, and boom, it takes you right to that module. Now, of course, you could simply start on the home page or the modules page and scroll down and navigate that way. That's perfectly fine as well. So you will want to look at the announcements. You should have your correct email entered in so that you'll get a notification whenever I post an announcement. That's the main way that I will communicate. So if there are changes, schedule changes, sometimes I post corrections to answer keys, stuff like that. That'll be on in the announcements. So you'll probably want to check that regularly. Anyway, you could take a look at this announcement. Welcome to Chem 12B. Yay, have a great semester. And let's go ahead and go back here. And let's see, the syllabus is here, but I emailed that to you guys already. You may notice if you look at the syllabus and the lab and lecture schedule, they're different than what's on the syllabus I emailed out. I did a little change. Made a couple little schedule changes, so we can talk more about that in person. There's a link to the full text. It's a big file, so you may find it easier to look at the individual chapter text links in each compound, so, or each module, sorry. So for example, chapter 14, I've got the chapter 14 section from the PDF. I just, pulled that out. And then there's also the solutions to the end of chapter problems. So that's chapter 14's problem solutions. So I'll go ahead and post some problems that I recommend, end of chapter problems that I recommend. But I also have practice problems that you can work on, and I'll post answer keys for these. I'm going to rewrite these keys. Lecture videos are on here. So the first lecture video is up, and then you'll see any assignments. So for example, chapter 14 quiz, I have that here, although it hasn't happened yet. I'll post practice quizzes and stuff here as well. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? If we go back to the home page here, I've got some other helpful links for MESA, campus resources and guidelines. These are things like library, counseling, mental health services, DSPS, some more STEM resources, etc. So let's go back to the previous one here. This is, what's it doing? It is taking me, okay, that took me to the wrong place. Sorry about that. Let's go back here. I can't navigate around my own Canvas site because I'm in student mode. That's what it is. Anyway, so yeah, modules is the best place to find everything. And if you're having trouble finding something, just go ahead and ask. Shoot me an email. That's usually the best way to get in touch with me. And I try to reply to them in a timely manner. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that you will want to go over to the grades tab and click on that. And then in the grades here for test student, but for, whatever your name is, click on Learning Mastery. And this switches over to the Learning Mastery mode because I'm using what's called standards-based grading. Now, I know most of you had me for Chem 12A, and so you're familiar with standards-based grading. But for the few of you who hadn't, make sure you do this. I'll talk about standards-based grading more in the syllabus video, which I'll record soon and post that soon as well. And but basically, instead of just points, I grade based on individual outcomes. So we can look at, let's say, the chapter 14 outcomes. So one of them is conjugate addition mechanisms. You could see, oh, it's not mastered. Oh, well, that's because there's no assessment yet. So that's why it's not mastered. But you could go and check and see, okay, oh, I got a 3 out of 4 here. That's good. Or, oh, I got a 1 out of 4. I need to do better next time. And again, I'll talk more about standards-based grading in another video. I think it's helpful. I mean, I think it helps eliminate some of the stress that goes with a pretty intense course like organic chemistry. But yeah, if you didn't have me for 12A, ask someone who had. And of course, in the syllabus video, I'll talk more about standards-based grading. All right, so let's see here. I think that's about all I wanted to go over with the Canvas site. Let me just check here. Yeah, I think that's it. Again, look in the modules. We've got videos, lab videos here using the IR spectrometer. If you've forgotten in the month and a half since we last used it, there's a safety video to watch, and of course, I've got the first lecture video here is ready to go as well. So go ahead and watch that before the first in-person class meeting. All right, so let me stop sharing here. And I think that about wraps it up for this particular intro video. Again, please stay tuned to Canvas for the actual lecture videos that I will post. The first one's already up. Then, of course, other videos and information. Again, I'm Dr. P. Welcome to Spring 2024 Chem 12B, and have a great semester. Bye now.